Gonna pick up Stigz. Stiggy Smalls. 4, 10, 12, 14. Alrighty. There he is. Sweet. Yo. What up?
Yo. Oh, thanks for giving me a lift.
You got it. What's going on?
Not much. I'm starving. I gotta get a pizza.
Awesome. So, Wilmington today, huh?
Yeah, I'm stuck up here. It's alright. It's alright. I don't get enough time up here. My GM's out on maternity leave right now, so I feel like I gotta scare everybody in the store, but most of them don't even know who the hell I am when I walk in, so I don't know how scary I am unless it's just my looks.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Sit down and order beer. It's like, oh, I'll put this on my comp. They're like, and you are? I'm like, yeah, there's that. Okay.
Oh, man. How close are we from 2SP?
What, the brewery or the restaurant? Wilmington.
The brewery.
The brewery? Oh, about 8 minutes. It's not real far. It's right over the border. It's up in Aston, so it's like literally up 95 and 2 exits.
Nice. All right, you want to listen to some music?
Yeah, sure. Let's
do it.
throw something up on there. What are you doing running around here today?
Oh, I got Delaware as a territory.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we should start selling some of your beer then. Huh?
No, you just fine in Newark.
Oh, really? Need some of that bouncy house, maybe.
Bouncy House, yeah. Session IPA. Whoa!
Screwed that up. Oh, we're Philly Brewery. I mean, Will Smith. What the hell comes from New England? What kind of music comes from up there? Stop it. I'm joking. My family's in Boston.
That's a good question.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance for no, I know, you know. I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eyes. Gotta, bag with a lighter. Stuff in it, give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, dancing a kid. Wishing they was dancing a jig. Here with this handsome kid, slick a cigar right from Cuba Cuba. I just bite it, that's what I look, I don't light it. Feel with it, heavy on the hands, they will play. Give it up, you make it feel like foreplay. Yo, my God, no, it's infinite. Ha ha, big women styles all in it. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. Get jiggy with it. What? You wanna roll with the kid? Watch your step, you might fall trying to do what I did. I'm a come both sides in the middle of the club with the rubber dub. No love for the haters. Mad cause I got 4 seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50 loud out the Raiders. Man, I told him I'm the greatest. I got the fever for the flavor of a cloud breezer. DJ play another from the prince of this sure hotness. Only bad chicks riding my whips.
I love high school when that song came out because I'm old. I'm old. Yeah, when that came out, and one of my friends started that shit with getting Stiggy with it, and I was like, oh, come on, man. And that's one thing. At least that was a cool song. But growing up being a fat kid, my last name was Stiglitz, so everybody called me Piglets.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. It's horrible. And then I had this big mole on my forehead. It was rough.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why I had to open up restaurants and a brewery so people can't give me shit anymore.
Oh my God. Jesus. So how, well, first of all, that's better than Joanna Manho, which is what they used to call me.
Well, there's that.
How many Two Stones pubs are there?
Right now we have 4 restaurants and a 5th one we're under construction in Jennersville, right up by Oxford in PA.
Okay, where is that?
From here it's about 35 minutes, but if you're at our Kennett Square location and you head west on Route 1 towards Baltimore,
okay,
pretty much out just towards Maryland, it's literally like 15 minutes max.
Oh, awesome.
So it's not really that far. It's kind of all in our little quadrant that we're trying to build up.
So how long have all the 2SPs been open? Like, when did you open your first one?
We opened, actually, we just celebrated our 5-year. Ben and I were just hanging out the other night, Monday night, because we opened April 18th in 2011.
Awesome.
So we just hit 5 years. Yeah, it's
congratulations.
Pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's great. And then, so Two Stones Pub is different than 2SP, which is the brewery, but they both have kind of the same name. So what's the difference? Two Stones Pub?
Well, Two Stones Pub, so we have a family of restaurants, but then when we wanted to do a brewery, everybody, we had this big name problem, and I had this scientist guy who's like, listen, I'll do a whole thing for you. 2 hours later, we came up with the fact that if you're not named after a place like Sierra Nevada or Allagash, and then it could be a family name, or it just means nothing. I mean, you have something like Stone Brewing, great brewery, but what does the name Stone, where does that come from?
Right.
It has nothing to do with where they're at. So we decided we wanted to mean something to us, but we didn't want to call it Two Stones Pub, because if you're in Cleveland someday drinking a 2SP beer, but it's called Two Stones Pub Ale, as soon as you hear the word pub, you think it's local.
Yep.
You're like, oh, where's this pub? Is it nearby? Yeah, it's in Delaware. Well, I ain't drinking this shit. So instead, we turned around and we were like, well, 2SP keeps it in the middle, like in the family. And also the good part when we went to the branding people were using, they were like, look, 3, the number and 2 letters, that's, it just worked out really well. So we just got lucky.
Awesome. And so what does Two Stones stand for?
So this will be the public revealing, if you will, because 3 people will watch this video.
Buckle up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, Stigz.
Jesus, all right. I'm just trying to get a goddamn pizza. No, so Two Stones Pub, myself, Ben, and a buddy of ours, Eddie Pardochi, we're sitting down at Dogfish Head in Rehoboth, right at the pub, and we're talking about, at the time I was moving on to open up restaurants away from my former partnership, and I said, oh, I got this place up in Newark, yada yada yada, and we're thinking, and Eddie goes, what about Two Stones Pub? And I was like, okay, and Ben and I are like, sure, sounds great. He's like, yeah, we're like, what does it mean? He's like, come on, Stigz. He's like, who's got bigger stones than you? And I was like, all right. Then we weren't going to do it, but it just worked. And a lot of people over the years have asked about it, but how do you tell a family of 4 sitting there with their 2 kids what Two Stones Pub means? You go, oh, it's like 2 stones English measurement? No. Oh, it's like this? No. You just say, well, it's just because, me and Ben are like 2 big sturdy guys. Nobody ever bought it, but, the reality is it's a reference to nuts, and that's how it goes.
That's hysterical.
There's a Little Caesars drive up, and I listen, it's 5 hours, it's hot and ready. It's cheap and it's fast. I know you're not eating cheese or meat, but I'm eating half the pizza in front of you. I don't care.
Little C's, Stiggy Smalls.
Yeah, he's dead, right? Did he die? What happened to him?
I don't know.
He went mountain climbing. Wait, he got on one of those things. I was just on vacation. These people are flying off of cliffs. These guys on cliffs, like on these in a little bag attached to. It's not hang gliding, but it looks like hang gliding. And I feel like they're spinning around. They're going to hit a wall and they're going to die that way. And I see. That's not a way you want to go out. But I feel like Lil C got shot or something, right? Was he like was it a Tupac thing? Or was he still alive?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe we can sing a song in memory of Lil C's.
We could
on the way to Little Caesars. How about some Biggie?
Yeah. This album is dedicated
to
all the people that told me I never amount to nothing. For all the people that lived above the buildings when I was hustling from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock to my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the Ready Mac lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping, dude? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I'm round tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the World Trade. Born sinner, the opposite power winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Used to roll deep, Lucy B, kick a breed. Funk master flex like Bucks Y'all Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. All the crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know. Nigga,
you know very well who you are.
My man's got my pizza.
You down, reach for the stars. You had to go, but not that many. Cause you're the only one I give you stood in
changed from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap, that's no filth with my pistol days. Spend loggers the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé made me dizzy. Girls used to diss me, now they're writing letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to backing dats and stuff. Now honey's playing ghosts like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast, condos and Queens, in dough for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl's ear. Lunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of the white boy misunderstood. And it's still all good.
It's all good.
And if you don't know, now you know.
I love that song.
Me too. Classic.
This pizza's pretty terrible, but you know what? I'm gonna eat it.
Oh my God. So what? Do you have anything coming up for CBC or Beer Week that you know I should know about?
Mike sent out the schedule today. It's ridiculous. I mean, listen. I'm gonna be honest. So many great breweries have done events with us. Like even before we had a brewery last year, when Evolution did it, did our first beer with us as a collaboration at their place. And then the boys went down to Florida to Coppertail and Funky Buddha, and I mean, we had stuff roll out last year during Philly Beer Week, and we weren't even a brewery yet. We were just a theory.
Yeah.
But this year, we our main things. Mitch Steele came out from Stone and did a collab at our place.
Very cool.
So we got a Stone collab. We got a collab with Terrapin. Ruby went up to Captain Lawrence and did some blending, and then went back up again and did a double IPA that he blended in with it.
Wow.
So, yeah, we've got some really cool stuff coming up. We do. And we've got a couple of our own events with some special stuff that the guys have done specifically just for CBC.
Awesome.
A couple of things we're doing at the brewery. But, I mean, overall, again, it's our first time in. The guys entered 4 different beers into the World Beer Cup. So, hopefully, Bob can keep clanging a few medals around. But I'm just excited to be part of it now this year officially, because last year was awesome. Philly Beer Week was great.
Yeah.
We got to hang out with all you guys. It was wonderful, but we didn't have our beer from our brewery.
Right.
So this year it's going to be really cool.
That's awesome. So speaking of breweries, you guys are like an avid supporter of independently owned craft breweries, which
Absolutely.
I've noticed. I've seen a lot of, posts and everything about it. I'm going to turn around real quick here to get rid of that traffic. I've also noticed that, you're not a fan of the breweries that sell out. Tell me what you feel about that.
I'm kind of torn because, I mean, you have to, in my position as the owner, and you talk about, Bob and I are partners, and every business has to run on money. And I guess after 20 years, 25 years, these guys are saying, hey, what do we do now? The Elysian thing was a definite dip out. Let's just take money and go. I mean, he even left 6 months later and said, forget it, I'm not even working for the company anymore. So clearly those are money-driven things. I'm not really sure with the whole victory side. I mean, I think if I was Bill, his whole point about the thing is, at a certain point, what do you do? Like, if you don't sell it off to all the employees, you got to sell to somebody rather than just shut everything down one day and say, screw it, and lay everybody off. Because if I'm not going to sell to someone, then I'm going to close. And that's just silly. But I think you got to sell to somebody who you at least think cares about beer and knows about beer. And I think that's the thing with Victory and the Southern Tier thing. It looks a little bit better on paper than just the, Goose Island just jumping out the Anheuser-Busch. I mean, definitely. But I don't know. I mean, everyone's got their own business plan. For Bob and I, it's not to get so big that, we have to worry one day about doing anything other than just adding other people to the pile to run it so that it's not some major acquisition. I would love for someday when, Bob and I have decided, okay, we're not going to do this anymore, then just some other small brewery comes along and says, hey, we love your facility. We love the beer you're brewing. We'd like to do this. And that way, our people stay in the same building and we're not massive. We're not worried about having to find some major, equity group that right now would give me $56 maybe for my brewery. But, down the road, you talk about these people like Ballast Point with $1 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's all business.
Yeah, it's all business.
It's not pizza.
Well, you guys make great beer.
Thank you very much. As this money knows, absolutely.
Thank you so
Bouncy
much.
House is one of my little hidden joys. I'm not gonna lie.
Awesome.
Down the shore all the time. That's what I want to drink.
That's great. Well, thanks for riding with
thank
me.
you very
I
much. I appreciate it. That's awesome.
I'll see you around CBC.
You're not getting any pizza.
Take it.
See you later.
Take it. Bye, Stigz.